All right, first things first, I want to welcome you back to another episode of The Bearded Kitchen. If you're a new viewer, jump over there, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, and we would sure appreciate that. Now, on today's episode, we're going to show you how we make some smothered ground beef patties. It's real simple to make, just follow along step by step, and that's going to consist of ground beef, seasonings which you'll see throughout. We're going to make a homemade gravy mixture, brown gravy mixture, which again, you'll see step by step how to make that. Then now right here, what we got a pan with some oil in it. That's where we're going to be cooking our ground beef patties. Back here at the back, that's going to be what we do as our side dish. That's going to be homemade mashed potatoes. That right there is a pot filled halfway up with water. Now, you're going to want to go ahead, get that going, bring that to a boil before you get your potatoes ready and get them placed in there. Now, this right here, I've already got it going hot. First thing you're going to want to do, boom, stick of unsalted butter. Go ahead, put that down in the pan. Watch it, got grease popped all over me. That's no big deal, it's a part of cooking, man. Now, we're going to go over and get those ground beef patties prepared up to drop right here in that butter bath. Let's go. Let's get those patties ready to go. I'm going to show you how we prepare them up before they go in that butter bath right there. I've got right here, ground beef. You wondering what that egg's for? I'm about to show you. Get that thing cracked. Go ahead, crack that thing on down in there. Boom, Ritz crackers. What's those Ritz crackers for? Let me show you real quick. Bite that Ritz package open. Get them put in a bowl. We're going to crush those up. You want to crush them up real fine. Crush it up real fine. Crush it up real fine. Now, you're already wondering, what's he doing with an egg in the ground beef? What's he doing with some Ritz crackers? I'm going to show you. We're going to turn these Ritz crackers into some powder. We've already got our egg in the ground beef. Just like we've shown you on previous videos on frying stuff, we mix eggs into milk. It serves as a binder. Same kind of deal for these ground beef patties. It's going to serve as kind of a binder and help hold our patties together because we used regular ground beef instead of pre-made patties. You can use pre-made hamburger patties for this, but I don't do that. I make my own patties. And you might get a little flavor out of the Ritz crackers being mixed into it. Get that all crushed up real fine. You want to turn it into as much as a powder as you possibly can. Or until you get tired of crushing it. Which that's kind of where I'm at now. So, this part, going to be a little messy, but that's a part of cooking. Yes, my hands are clean. I'm going to mix it around. Get the egg all in the ground beef. Get the Ritz crackers all in that ground beef. This is going to help hold those together so nicely and let them keep that hamburger form without all shredding apart and falling apart on you. Just keep on mixing. Keep on mixing. Get it mixed in real nice. We got that ground beef all mixed up pretty good. It's going to make some excellent patties. Now, we're going to do just that. We're going to make this ground up beef into some patties. Get you some. You want to make them about even size. You don't want to flatten them out too much or you'll end up with some super, super thin patties. That's what I like to do right there. They've got the size of the palm of your hand. getting our water coming to a boil. While we wait on that to come to a boil, let's go ahead. Let's get these potatoes ready to roll. First things first, we're going to get them peeled up. Then we're going to get you a knife, dice them up into chunks about that big. You want them in chunks before we dump them in that pot over there. Let's get it. We've got our butter bath hot, ready to put our ground beef patties in. At the same time, we've got our water back here. It's came to a boil. Take those potatoes that you already diced up. Start putting them in. 1 tablespoon of regular salt in with those potatoes. 1 tablespoon going in. You want to keep that boiling until those potatoes get soft to where you can mash them up. Now, go ahead, take your patties, place them in your pan. Once you get those in the pan, now it's just a waiting game until they are cooked to your liking. I'm going to get these to about a medium, and then we're going to pull them off. I'm going to flatten them down some to begin with. Wait a few minutes, flip them, cook them until we're ready to pull them, and we'll continue on. We've got those patties just about ready to flip to the other side. Went ahead, got an onion diced up. That's going to be for adding into your gravy. We're going to cook those onions first, though, once we get these patties all done up. Now, before I flip them, go ahead and add a little bit of seasonings in there. Your black pepper. Make sure you get it on all of them. We hit it with that Lowry's. Lowry's seasoned salt. A little bit of Creole. Creole. Let's get that on there. Let's go ahead, let's flip them. Oh yeah. Got the one side just about cooked. At this point, we're probably a little over halfway cooked. Really just got to cook only about a quarter of the one side. So it's not going to take very long. And these will be done. Do the same seasonings to this side. The Lowry's on there. Black pepper. Now cook them till they're done. We got them patties done. Let's go ahead and pull them out of there. Then it's going to be time to whip up those onions so we can start getting ready to make that gravy. Still got our potatoes back there. They're still at a boil right now. So let's go ahead and pull these patties. Take you a whiff of that right there. I can already tell you what, that's going to be lip-lapping good. Now, you've already still got some oil in this pan. Let's go ahead and use it. Put them onions in there. Let's get those onions all cooked up. You're already going to have a little bit of seasoning left behind from those smothered patties. But I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some more seasoning. You can't go wrong with some more seasoning. Same one. That right there. Hit it with some Lowry's. Hit it with some black pepper. And it ain't going to take too long on the onions. You just want to kind of get them soft. These are going to be fully cooked. And we're going to put them in that gravy mixture once the gravy's done. Crank that heat down just a little bit. I've had it running on about medium to high heat. In between the two to cook those patties, I cranked it on down to right at medium. That's what I'm going to cook those onions at. And when we start that gravy, that oil's already going to be hot. So all you got to do, turn that burner down there to a lower setting. And then you can go ahead and start making your gravy that way. Probably don't want to have it on a high heat. Pulled those onions off there. Time to make up that gravy. It's going to be a 1/4 cup of some butter. Quarter cup all-purpose flour. Whisk that in and get that browned up. All right, add you in 2 cups of beef broth. You got to open the top first. 2 cups beef broth. You're not going to want to pour this in all at once. It's a little bit at a time. 2 cups, little bit at a time. Pour a little in there. Mix it up. And just keep repeating that until you get it all in there. Pour a little. Mix it up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We've got our gravy to a point where we're ready to go ahead and add in our seasonings. You're going to have 1/2 teaspoon your regular salt. 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And 1/8 teaspoon of ground thyme. Now you mix that in. You can go ahead and take your onions, get those in there too. Mix that all in real good, and your gravy's done. We got our gravy all done and mixed up. I got patties back in a pan. Put that down right there. Dump that gravy on there and smother those patties. You might let that warm there on that burner for just a couple minutes to get those patties back warm since they've been pulled for a little bit. We got the patties all done, got the gravy already put on them. Last thing, your mashed potatoes. These are plenty soft enough. Pick one up with a spoon, take your knife, cut it. You'll see that it cuts real easy. Get you a strainer, strain those out, and come back to the pot with them. Got those strained out. Back in the pot, 1 stick, unsalted butter. And then you're just mashing them up and mixing that butter in there. Once you get it mashed up and you get the butter all mixed in, we're going to hit it with just some regular salt and some pepper. We got those patties done. We got that gravy done. We got those mashed potatoes done. We'll see how that turned out. That's lip flapping good.